Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. It's a pleasure to present to you this week's Behind the Zmirot, and I'd like to share with you the Zemer, the song Baruch Elyon. Baruch Elyon is a song that I really relate to. It's one of my favorite Shabbos Zmiros. It's sung Shabbos day, and because I guess I relate to it and I love it, it's one of my go-to every Shabbos lunch. It's the first one I always think to sing. And some people make fun of this song because it almost sounds like a dirge at the beginning, more than a song, but it just sits well with me. And I actually want to describe and discuss and maybe delve into a little bit why it is that it starts off so slow and almost like a dirge, and why that's actually meaningful for the true understanding of the Zemer. I think I first really connected to the song back when I was studying in YU, in Yeshiva University. If I remember correctly, when we used to have Shabbos lunch in the cafeteria, it was one of the go-to songs, and I really spoke to me so many guys singing it so powerfully. Baruch Elyon was written by Rav Baruch ben Shmuel of Magensa. He's one of the Rishonei Ashkenaz. He lived in Germany in the 13th century. He died in 1221. He was one of the Balei Tosfot, and he was an important posek, important halachic decider in his time. And you can see his name in an acrostic. It's in the first four paragraphs. Or Baruch for the bet, Rochev Baravot the Reish, V'ashrei Kol Choche the Vav, and Kol Shomer Shabbat the Chet, Baruch for the name of the Paitan of the author. The rhyming scheme is that every stanza starts off A-B, A-B, A-B. And the first three lines have this double rhyme, and then the last line always ends with Cha. So that's how the rhyming scheme of the Zemer. Baruch Kel Elyon, the great God above. That name for God comes from Malchi Tzedek, a character in Tanakh. Chazal identify Malchi Tzedek as Shem, the son of Noach, and he called out to Hashem when speaking to Avram Avinu Bereshit, Perak Yodalet, Pasuk Yudchet, Umelchi Tzedek Melech Shalem Hotzi Lechem V'Yayin V'Hu Kohen L'Kel Elyon. And Malchi Tzedek of Shalem brought out bread and wine. He was a priest of Hu Kohen L'Kel Elyon. He was the priest of God Most High. And the poet, the Paitan, depicts Shabbos as being a salvation from the weak. That Hashem, the Baruch Kel Elyon, the God of Most High, gives us Shabbos, and it's a salvation to us from the weak. We see that in the first stanza, Baruch Kel Elyon, Asher Nasan Menucha, who gave us this rest. L'nafshenu pidyon. It's a pidyon, it's a redemption for our soul. And the Gemara in Shabbos, Kuf Yud Chet Amud Aleph 118a, says Rav Shimon ben Pazi said in the name of Rav Yeshua ben Levi, who said in the name of Bar Kapara, anyone who fulfills the obligations to eat 3 seudot, 3 meals over the course of Shabbat, is rescued from 3 punishments, from the Chevle Mashiach, the pangs of Mashiach, the pains of Mashiach, the suffering that will precede the coming of Mashiach. The second is from the judgment of Gehenna, and the third is from the pain and suffering of the war of Gog and Magog. And the Zemer gives a bracha, it blesses Hashem, who gave us Shabbos, and if we choose to observe it and observe it correctly and benefit and take everything we can from it, to take in its spirituality and to obey it, obey the laws, to do the mitzvos, eat the sudos, then we merit salvation from these 3 painful scenarios. You'll find a link below to the tune for the song that speaks to me. I just realized when I was going on YouTube, I provided a second link also for perhaps the more common version, but I'm more familiar with the Mudjas version. The Mudjas Hasidim have a beautiful version of the Zemer, and that's the one that starts off really slow. Again, as I mentioned, almost like a dirge. And while some make fun of the song and say, oh, don't sing the dirge, right? Maybe that's specifically what speaks to me. The fact that it starts off so serious, so mournful, somber and sad. Why is that? Again, there's a lot to say, and we can go through every stanza, but even in the very first stanza, we start off, we say the last few words of the first stanza, Ad ana tugyon nefesh nenacha. How long will my soul be sad for? The word yagon, right, is based on a pasuk in Eov, and the version of the word yagon here, tugyon, is not really a true grammatical form of the word. They're just playing on the word to make it fit the rhyme. Tugyon is not really a Hebrew word. But what does tugyon, this sighing, this sad souls of Am Yisrael, what's it referring to? Why are we sad? It really depends on what binyan and what grammatical form this word is in. If it's in binyan kal, a simple understanding of that grammatical form, that the souls of the Jewish people, it's saying the souls of the Jewish people, the souls of Am Yisrael, how long will you be sad? When will Hashem, when will God come to redeem them? If it's in Hefil, then it's talking to our enemies. It's asking our enemies how long they'll oppress us for. But no matter what you say, the question is whether how long will Hashem how long will our souls feel sad? When will God redeem us? When will our enemies stop oppressing us? Part of the answer, or the whole answer really, is that Shabbos is going to come up and uplift us. Shabbos is going to come and redeem us, and that's what we have in the chorus. Hashomer Shabbat habeni mabat lakel yiratzu kemincha al machavad. Right, those who keep Shabbos, a ben and a bat, the son and the daughter, the man and the wife, the boy and the girl. We know that everyone, as we say in the Kiddush, everyone has to keep Shabbos. Lakel yiratzu kemincha al machavad. What is this last line here? And when we keep Shabbos, it's pleasing for Hashem, like it is pleasing for God when we bring a korban. And the korban that's specified here is a mincha al machavat, a korban mincha that's brought on a pan. The Torah tells us about the korban mincha. Obviously, we know we daven mincha every day, the afternoon tefillah. When the Torah speaks about bringing a korban mincha, it says nefesh ki takriv mincha. When a person's soul brings a korban mincha, normally the Torah, when it refers to a person bringing a korban, it says Adam, a person. But when the Torah talks about the korban mincha, it specifically says nefesh. It specifically refers to a soul. All of a sudden, it's a soul that's bringing the korban and not a person. And Chazal have a famous drasha, a famous explanation for this. They explain that who brings a korban mincha? A korban mincha is just flour and water. It costs nothing. Who brings that kind of korban? A poor person. A rich person brings a cow, other expensive animals. And it might cost a lot, but it doesn't mean a lot to him, right? $1,000 to a millionaire, a billionaire is not a lot of money, but 5 cents for some flour and some water for a person who doesn't have 5 cents to spare really is a sacrifice. It's mesiras nefesh. So when the poor person brings that mincha, he's bringing something, he's stretching himself. It's real self-sacrifice. It's real mesiras nefesh. His family's going to go to bed a little hungry that night because the flour and water he gave to Hashem was some bread he could not eat himself. And Hashem sees that korban mincha as real sacrifice and mesiras nefesh, because it really is. There really is mesiras nefesh here. And maybe that's the final idea I want to share with you, a final idea behind this song. Many of us have grown up Shomer Shabbos our whole lives, or we've been Shomer Shabbos for a long time now, and we don't think it's so impressive. Right? We keep Shabbos. Shabbos comes every week, we keep it. We're Shomer Shabbos. And, we're not losing our jobs every week like they were in New York City right after the war. We don't have to find a new job every Sunday morning or Monday morning because we kept Shabbos. So we don't think it's a big deal. We keep Shabbos. Okay, it's what we do. But keeping Shabbos is a big deal. It's a big mesiras nefesh to keep Shabbos. And maybe we should be inspired from that to be moser nefesh a little more, to keep it a little better. But we should feel proud of the fact that every week Shabbos comes and there's things we have to do. We're not on our to-do list. We have emails we need to respond to. Right? There's things that we could be doing, and yet we're Shomer Shabbos. It's not easy, but we do it, and we do it proudly, and we shouldn't write it off as a small thing. It's a big thing. It's a big thing that we keep Shabbos every week, and Hashem sees that as a big thing. Just like the poor person's korban, it's 5 cents, it's flour and water, but it's a big thing. It's a big deal. And to Hashem, we keep Shabbos every week, and that's a big deal. And we get great credit for it, as we saw. The 3 sudos we eat, we're protected from 3 things. But we should get a lot of credit for keeping Shabbos. We should be proud of the fact that we keep it, even though we do it every week. And hopefully when we sing this song, Baruch Elyon, I encourage you to click on the link to listen to the beautiful Madrash Nigun, listen to the other version. I provided one other version. There's lots of other versions on YouTube. But when you sing this song, when you start off slow, we feel the pain. How long are we going to be in pain? How long are we going to have to not have the base of English? How long are we going to be still suffering from whatever we're suffering from? How long is this pandemic going to go on? Every week Shabbos comes. And Shabbos is our redemption. It's our pidyon, and we can enjoy it, we can embrace it, we can celebrate it, and we can feel the bliss of Shabbos. I wish you and your loved ones a wonderful, holy, happy, and healthy Shabbos. Good Shabbos, good Shabbos.